Okay, this is my grandma, or Muma as my family and I call her. When me and my family and my grandparents moved to our current house 5 years ago, we had no idea there was a silent thief living among us. At the time, my grandma was 75 and just as happy and stubborn as ever. But after the move, we began to notice a few changes. She would constantly ask us why we hadn't told the family we had moved when we obviously had. And she was starting to forget phone numbers that she had known for years. At first we didn't know what was wrong, but as her memory gradually got worse, we began to realize who the thief of my grandma's precious memories was, and that's Alzheimer's. The Alzheimer's Association defines Alzheimer's as the most common form of dementia, which is a general term for memory loss, serious enough to interfere with daily life. According to Medical News Today, Alzheimer's is the sixth leading cause of death in the United States. And the truth is, anyone who has a brain is at risk for the disease. Because of this, I'm going to inform you on the 3 stages of Alzheimer's and what we can do to help those with the disease. The first stage is called the mild or early stage. When my grandma was in this stage, I remember her still being able to live rather independently and only forgetting common words or like where she placed something down in the house. But I also noticed that she started to repeat herself a lot. For instance, I could be sitting in the same room with her and she would ask me, say, "How is school going?" numerous times within a few minutes. And that to me was the biggest indicator that something else was going on than just the occasional lapse in memory we all experience from time to time. The second stage of Alzheimer's is the moderate or middle stage, and is usually the longest of the 3 stages. This is the stage my grandma is currently in now. She has forgotten certain parts of her personal history, especially when her family members have died, which causes her to become depressed because she, for some reason, thinks her family members died, say, the day before at times. So we are having to sit with her more often to try and distract her from thinking like that, and to also make sure she doesn't walk out of the house and get lost, which has happened before. So now that we have talked about the first and second stage, let's talk about the third stage, called the late stage. At this time, the patient starts to forget how to do everyday things, such as walking, talking, even swallowing. Now, because of the lack of movement and lack of proper nutrition, the patient's immune system weakens greatly, and they are at more risk of contracting fatal diseases such as pneumonia, which is what usually kills the patient before the actual Alzheimer's disease kills them. Now, I know this is a very bleak topic and seems hopeless, but there are ways we can help comfort and keep the patient happy throughout the course of the disease. Some things that keep my grandma content nowadays are playing her old gospel hymns. She just comes alive when we play them, singing, and on really good days she even dances to them. Linda McGuire, lead author on the study of music and Alzheimer's, writes, "Musical aptitude and musical appreciation are 2 of the last remaining abilities in the Alzheimer's patient." Like I said, she just comes alive when she plays them, and she may not remember who we are, but she somehow remembers every single word to those songs. Another piece of advice I have learned the hard way with my grandma is tone of voice is very important. I could be saying, "I love you," or complimenting her, but if, say, I'm tired and my tone of voice isn't as perky as she thinks it should be, she focuses on that and it upsets her rather than realizing I'm trying to help her or compliment her or something. But the most important thing I can do with my grandma is twofold. I can genuinely spend time with her and talk to her, all while refraining from getting frustrated at the childish and often repeated questions, for I have to keep in mind she does truly not remember. She just asked that question a few minutes ago. So be patient when dealing with an Alzheimer's patient. Their memory may be failing, but they can definitely pick up if you're being genuine with them or if you are getting frustrated or not. In closing, Alzheimer's is a ravenous disease that steals people's memories and comes in 3 stages: early stage, middle stage, and late stage. Each stage further progressing the decay of the patient's mental abilities. But throughout the process, we can help keep the patient happy and comfort them by playing familiar music, watching our tone of voice, being genuine with them, and refraining from frustration. And although there's currently no way to stop the deadly thief from taking more memories from people like Muma, we can help make their current moment one of happiness, safety, and love. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. That was beautiful.